Good day, Bear Nation. I just wanted to talk to you for a second about some of the changes you're going to see when you come back to school here in a couple weeks. You'll see the preview of each of the different levels and what school is going to look like. So we thank you for taking the time to check it out. Obviously, as you know, safety is our #1 priority, so we want to just kind of go through what a school day is going to look like.
Hello, I'm Dr. Flannery, Assistant Superintendent for the Manheim Central School District. On August 17th, the Pennsylvania Department of Education released information to schools from the Department of Health requiring staff and students to wear face coverings at all times. This no longer allows us to remove face coverings when socially distanced by 6 feet. While face coverings will now be worn for the majority of the school day, learners will be able to remove their face masks when eating or drinking and separated by 6 feet. During face covering breaks that last no longer than 10 minutes, or when wearing a face covering creates an unsafe condition. When thinking about a typical school day, face coverings will then be removed during lunch, parts of physical education and recess, and at scheduled mask breaks throughout the day. As future updates are announced, we will be sure to share them with you.
Hello parents and learners of Doe Run Elementary. I'm your principal, Mr. Painter. I'm so excited for this school year to get started and finally welcome you back to school. Starting this year will be different than any school year we have started in the past. There are many changes this year as you come to school since we are taking extra precautions to keep everyone as safe as possible. We are hoping that this video highlights the major changes we have in store to prepare to start the school year. Please know it's going to take all of us to ensure that we have a fantastic and safe school year.
Hello, I am Mr. Bowermaster, the new assistant principal at Doe Run Elementary. I am also very excited to get this school year started and to meet all of you. We are hoping this video helps you see some of the things that make this school year more unique than any other school year. We are going to take you through a typical day and highlight the pieces that look different than years past. But first, here's a brief message from a Manheim Central nurse, Mrs. Fortwood.
There are some important things to remember before you even leave your house. If you have a fever of 100.4 or higher, have a cough, sore throat, shortness of breath, diarrhea, chills, or have difficulty breathing, these are signs that you should stay home from school. If you or someone in your immediate family have been in close contact with someone who tested positive for coronavirus, please call your school nurse or your doctor for guidance on what to do next. While we want you here, we also want to ensure your safety and the safety of those around you.
Hi, my name is Barbara Spees. I am Transportation Specialist for Manheim Central School District. We would like to highlight 5 points in our Transportation Safety and Health Plan. First, we will be mandating masks or face shields on the bus. Please make sure your learner has their face mask or shield and when they arrive at the bus stop. We will be providing extra disposable masks on the bus if needed. Secondly, we will be running our buses as normal as we can. With that being said, social distancing will not occur on every bus, but we will do our best to social distance as much as possible. Thirdly, we will be keeping the first row of seats open to maintain social distancing from the bus driver. Next, we will be disinfecting our buses daily. And our last point is we will keep windows partially down throughout the trip to maintain airflow. So please have your learners dressed accordingly for the weather. If you are a parent who will be driving their learner, parent pickup may change at each building. Please watch for communication from your building principal.
Let's talk about arrival to school. We are looking forward to your arrival on the first day. You will notice as you arrive to school that there will be changes as you come to the front doors. Whether you have arrived in your car with mom or dad or just got off the school bus, you will go to the entrance of the school to have your temperature taken. Once we have verified that you do not have a fever, you will go to your waiting area to get ready for school. On the first day, our teachers and staff will help you find your morning area. Some of you may choose to go to the cafeteria for breakfast, which we will still be serving. The staff in the cafeteria will help you get your breakfast. You will be monitored in the waiting areas by one of our support staff who will dismiss you to your classrooms at 7:30. If you arrive after 7:30, you will go directly to your classroom. Since this is a busy time of the day, you will need to make sure that you keep your face coverings on while you're walking in the hallways and getting to your classroom.
One exciting change that we are in store for this year is we will have an opportunity to be greeted by our facility dog, Gracie. Gracie is a Phoenix assistance dog and will be becoming a part of our school. Gracie will have a variety of jobs while she's here at school, but one of them will be to be around you as you arrive to school. Don't forget to say hi. When you are walking in the hallways at school this year, it is important to know that you'll be wearing your face covering. One of the reasons for this is because when we are walking in the hallway, it is very difficult to keep 6 feet of social distancing. It is important to know when you are walking in the hallway, you always want to use the right side. If everyone uses the right side, we will stay out of each other's way. Each time you leave your classroom, you will wash or sanitize your hands. You will also wash or sanitize your hands each time you enter the classroom. This will ensure that all things that you're touching in the classroom stay safe for everyone to enjoy.
Let's talk about classrooms. As we mentioned earlier, as you arrive to your classroom, you will wash or sanitize your hands. Every classroom will have hand sanitizer available for you to use. Please pay attention to specific directions established by your teacher. Overall, teachers will have similar guidelines. However, due to different classroom setups, there may be some differences between your grade level classroom and special classrooms. One way we can limit the spread of germs and viruses is to keep our commonly used materials separated from each other. In order to accomplish this, we will be providing individual pouches for learners to keep their materials with them. These pouches will include pencils, scissors, glue, and an eraser. We want to work hard to limit the exchanging and sharing of materials, so these pouches will be a great way to keep your materials organized and germ-free. For materials and devices that must be shared, cleaning and disinfecting will occur between uses. Also, we want to make sure your personal belongings will be separated from others as well. To do this, we will use individually labeled containers, lockers, or other procedures to make sure your lunchboxes, coats, and other belongings stay as separated as possible. As with everything here at school, pay attention to your teacher's directions.
I'm sure many, if not all of you, are wondering about recess. Recess will still occur before lunch, and you will enjoy the same amount of recess time. On your way out to recess, you will place your lunches under the coat hangers along the wall. Your teacher and support staff will then direct you to the playground. Playground equipment will undergo daily cleaning by trained staff members, specifically focusing on the high touch points. When returning from recess, you will either wash your hands or use the hand sanitizer as you head to lunch.
So let's talk about lunch. After all of that fresh air and playing outside, I am ready for some lunch. As we mentioned, you will sanitize your hands prior to eating lunch while entering the cafeteria. Learners will be eating lunch in the cafeteria or the classrooms based on a schedule that will be developed and communicated. To give you an idea of what the cafeteria will look like, the tables will be limited to 2 learners and additional tables will be added. The cafeteria setup will allow you to remove your face coverings as you enjoy lunch and time near your friends. Your teacher will do a lunch count in the morning when taking attendance that will include various options such as a hot lunch, salad, alternative sandwich, or many of your favorites, Bearnables. It is important to know that we will not be utilizing lunch lines this year. The lunches will be delivered to you at your table or your classroom to help maintain social distancing. Remember, please and thank you go a long way.
Throughout the day, learners will have opportunities to use the restrooms and wash their hands. As we have discussed throughout, hand washing or hand sanitization will occur when entering and exiting a classroom. There will be various hand sanitizing locations available throughout the building and in the classrooms. Our bathroom sink areas will also make it easy for you to wash your hands with soap and water. We want to be sure we continue to practice good hygiene with appropriate hand washing practices. Restrooms are a frequently touched surface area and will be cleaned, sanitized, and disinfected by the custodial staff daily.
Time flies when you're having fun. It's now time for dismissal. There are procedures that will take time to learn throughout the first couple of weeks of school. We want to make sure we are paying attention to teachers and staff members as we learn the procedures. Dismissal is a great example of where learners will want to pay close attention. At Doe Run, we will continue to dismiss in 2 waves. Since the hallways may be busy as learners head home, face coverings should be worn. We also will utilize our 3rd and 4th grade line leaders to help direct learners to their dismissal locations. We hope this video highlighted some of the changes this school year requires. Just remember, it takes all of us. Although it will be different, we cannot wait to see you and get the learning started.